Just been a long time dream for us. Happiness, peace, and love with God. Daraja, Daraja.
Welcome to the Deraja Academy 2020 event. I'm Jason Doherty and this is my wife Jenny, and we are the founders of Deraja Academy. Holding an annual event in the middle of a pandemic for a school that's on the other side of the world is a little bit odd, but we are here to do that tonight.
Because of you, 120 girls are receiving an education in their homes. They received school-issued smartphones so that they could continue their education. They are working with dedicated teachers so that they can receive the education that they need right now.
We might not be in the same room, but this is a celebration. It is International Day of the Girl, a holiday specifically created to celebrate the power inside of each girl and the woman that she can become. But it's actually interesting that we need to have a holiday to recognize those girls.
To kick off our celebration tonight, we'd like to present to you the Girl Declaration, performed by the Deraja girls.
I was not put in this earth to be invisible.
I was not born to be denied.
I was not given life only to belong to someone else.
I belong to me.
I have a voice and I'll use it.
I have dreams unforgettable.
I have a name that is not anonymous
or insignificant
or unworthy
or waiting anymore to be called.
Someday they'll say,
this was the moment when the world woke up to my potential.
This is the moment I was allowed to be astonished.
This is the moment when my rising no longer scares you.
This is the moment when being a girl
became my strength, my sanctuary, not my pain.
This is the moment
when the world sees that I'm not held back by every problem and I am a key to all solutions.
This is the moment when a girl
and a girl
and a girl
and 250 million other girls say with their loud voices,
Enkata yena. Huu ni wakati wangu. Rĩrĩ nĩ ihinda rĩakwa.
Maronti amuntan.
This is our moment. This is the moment.
Wow. Yes, this is their moment. Those girls are amazing. I want to tell you the story of Tina, who's just as amazing as every one of those girls. Tina was from our very first pioneer class, and we heard about her story from a security guard. He had learned about this family who had lost everything in the drought, and this family had enough money to send one of their daughters to school. And because Tina was a twin, born 9 minutes after her sister, she wasn't going to get to go to school. Instead, they were going to marry her off to a 50-year-old man as his second wife. Tina was 16 at the time, and she didn't have a choice. Luckily, Daraja opened the same year, and so Tina received a scholarship to come to our school. So when Tina came to Daraja, she joined the WISH class, which is Women of Integrity, Strength, and Hope. And it's the empowerment class that teaches her how to have a voice, how to determine her own moral compass, and gives her an opportunity to practice her innate leadership skills. She learned about community service, and she scored well enough on her national exams that she was able to go to university with government support. She wanted to be a school teacher. She wanted to be a high school teacher. And while she was there, she put her younger brother through high school. She helped move her mom to a safer space. And when she graduated, her entire community came from an hour away by foot, by matatu, to celebrate her achievement. Now, Tina may be the fourth born in her family, but she's the leader, and everyone comes to her for advice. It gives me chills just every time I say that. Her possibilities were so limited before Daraja, and because of Daraja, she could choose her own life, who to marry, when to have a baby. Those were choices that she got to make. Let's hear from her in her own words how her experience at Deraja changed her life.
I'm Tina, a Daraja alumni, class of 2012. I graduated 2018 from Moi University, and I pursued a course education that is combination of two subjects, math and business. Where I come from, there is less teachers, that is high school teachers. I knew when I go back there, I would be able to help anyone that need my help. The community I come from, which is a Maasai community, girls go through a lot because before even they go to high school, they get married. And that because parents value a lot those dowries that they are given. When you are paid those dowries, you'll be rich. And another one is FGM. It's still there, But since we have those activists that are fighting against it, it's not that much, but it's still there. And also, girls don't have a voice still. Boys have that voice, and girls, we are really being intimidated in the community. Now, I don't have a job. I decided to open a business, that is a boutique. I did it because I have the skills. I got it from Daraja, that is transition program, and also from the business I did in campus. It had a lot of entrepreneurship skills. But I'm trying my best, like always give an advice to one girl that I see. Even when it comes to my shop, I always talk to them. Like I always encourage them, like you have to study. Don't forget about school. I empowered my parents to buy a land. Now we live in our own land that we have a title deed. And they can build permanent houses. We can do wherever we want in that land. And that is because of Daraja. And I did that by empowering my sisters, my brothers, to show them that it's good we have our own land, and my parents are now happy. Daraja made me a different person. If it were not for Daraja, I couldn't be here right now. It gave me that courage, that empowerment. Also, Daraja that educate every girl from around Kenya. I think that made me to know that you can live in any community. You can marry whoever you want from any tribe. It doesn't matter where they come from this country, so long as you know it's the right person. I'm a change maker because of Daraja. It made me to be who I am right now. Thank you for supporting my education.
We are Daraja.
Wow, I love her. She's like every single Deraja girl we want, but she's not exceptional. Every girl, because they come to Deraja, has the opportunity to choose their future. The mission of Deraja Academy is to educate and empower girls from poverty to become community leaders. Tina is quietly leading her family and guiding her community and taking the right steps in her life when it's right for her. And to me, that's extraordinary. Because Tina was educated, her possibilities are endless. And now imagine the future her daughter has. Deraja is not just a school. Deraja is an incubator. It's a place where girls can come and they have an opportunity and a safe space for their learning and a safe space away from any outside pressure. It's a place where they can grow their innate leadership skills. And that's exactly what Tina did. She grew with Deraja. We need your support tonight because there's a girl sitting on the other side of the world who needs to know that someone else believes in her education as much as she does. I'd like to introduce Zach Crone, our MC for the evening, and for the third year in a row, our fabulous auctioneer.
Thank you, Jenny, for that introduction, and good evening, friends and loved ones. I am your host and auctioneer, Zach Crone. Thank you for not wasting a good round of applause on me. After months of collaboration, I'm incredibly honored to be back for a third time on behalf of Deraja Academy, and we can't thank you enough, now more so than ever, for joining us on your Sunday night during this crazy, crazy year. Without you, there is no us. And today just happens to be the International Day of the Girl, a day to celebrate the resilience and power of girls all over the world. You just heard Jenny tell you an incredible Deraja Academy story about a young woman named Tina. We're honored to work with so many girls like Tina who come from difficult and sometimes dangerous situations. They grow up with limited opportunities. They lack health care, they lack food, and in some cases they lack shelter. They know what it's like to be treated as unimportant and insignificant. And yet these girls don't give up. Therefore, neither do we. Deraja Academy is a boarding school that offers free education to Kenyan girls who want more from their lives, but who are growing up in poverty. Through education and empowerment, these girls grow into powerful, capable women who can choose their own path. They lift their families out of poverty, and they help their communities move beyond harmful cultural practices like child-arranged marriages. So thank you again from the bottom of our hearts because you make Deraja possible. This is a scary time for the 120 current Daraja students who are back at home during COVID. So tonight, we invite you to join us in raising the vital funds needed to continue supporting those girls. After all, in case you didn't know, tonight is the culmination of celebration and fine recreation. So if you're here for the cultivations and good vibrations of this congregation, or for the gravitation towards libation, relaxation, and virtual stimulation, we hope that you'll give kind contemplation towards a wonderful donation for the health and dedication of the Deraja population. So let's make sure at this time everyone is set up and in the know to have a fantastic time. Tonight, if you ever feel inclined or inspired to bid on any of our fabulous live auction items or donate directly from the goodness of your heart to Deraja Academy, you will need to open a second screen on your computer or pull out your smartphone and get on Deraja's auction and donation website. All you have to do is go to deraja.live. It's listed right there at the bottom of the screen, or you can click on the link in the description of this video. Once you get to the auction website, you actually need to log in before you can bid, buy, or donate. Just click on the button at the top that says Start Bidding so you can create your login. You can also do that on a smartphone by clicking Start at the top to log in. You will be asked to verify your email address as well as input a credit card number. Don't worry, we're not charging your cards unless you buy something until Friday, and after you've had a chance to verify your preferred donation method. So think of this credit card more like a virtual bid paddle or a tab that you open up. Remember, every time you bid, it's a good deed to help girls in need, so bid with speed and impede upon someone else from trying to succeed, because every dollar raised tonight goes to the current and future girls of Deraja Academy and to help reopen the school after months of lockdown. You don't even need to win anything. You just need to make a richer person pay more. Now, while you're logging on, we want to thank everyone who has already given tonight. We have some wonderful, generous donors like John Walker, Michael Ross, Malcolm and Julie White, and Lisa and Scott Halstead, and Miranda Colby, and so many more. Thank you for coming to support our virtual event and supporting these girls in need. Right now, we're going to meet one of the Deraja Academy students, because isn't that why we are really here tonight? So Yvonne will teach us a bit of Swahili, one of Kenya's national languages. Take it away, Yvonne.
Hello everyone and welcome to this special evening. My name is Yvonne Wanjiro, a Form 2 student in Daraja Academy. I am in school today. I'm working very hard to achieve my dream to become an engineer. That's because generous people like you believe in my dreams. You and I might have grown up speaking different languages, but the fact that you are here tonight, it means you, like me, speak the language of girls' education. To start off tonight, I'm going to teach all of you some Swahili. Maybe one day you'll visit Daraja and this might help you. When you get off the plane in Kenya, it would be nice to greet people. So the way you greet a person in Kenya in Swahili is jambo. 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 Jambo means hello. The next word that I'm going to teach you is very personal to me. Asante. Asante. Asante means thank you. To all my sisters and I, we are very grateful for all the generosity we have received. We believe educated girls can change the world. The last word that I'm going to teach you is Daraja. Daraja. Daraja means bridge. But in school, we have a phrase that goes, Mimi ni Daraja. It means I am Daraja, because to us, Daraja is not just a school. It's a way of life. It's a social experiment. It empowers me. It's more about sisterhood, diversity, and a better tomorrow. Please have a wonderful rest of the evening. Asante.
Thank you so much, Yvonne. Asante. Yvonne just taught us that the word Daraja means bridge in Swahili. A Deraja Academy education bridges that gap between a life of poverty and a life of self-reliance and leadership. All donations tonight go towards bridging that gap for girls like Yvonne and the many others who will come after her. Simply by bidding today, you are shaping the destiny of a young woman. Your decision tonight equals destiny, and while you're at it, you'll also be treating yourself to some amazing auction items, like a 5-star dinner party. Currently, Greg Camrad is in the lead. Or a wonderful Sausalito staycation with a value of $12,000, beautiful pieces of jewelry, a former craft beer party, and so much more. As an additional incentive for participating tonight is the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Securities Act, or CARES Act. This act makes 2020 a great year for giving because there are additional deductions that you can take advantage of through new tax benefits. So bid generously. It's good for the girls, and it just makes good economic sense. Just like Brian Roberts did as he outbid Greg Camrat. Now, we hope you've all been properly wined and dined to be kind, refined, aligned, and inclined to place a bid for this worthy cause to get behind. So if this is your induction, just follow my instruction. The power participation in your advocation will lead to construction of an entertaining production. It's an auction, so don't be a sitting duck, because with just a little luck, you won't get beaten. It's time for living and giving and betting up high. It's time for loving, believing, and doing what's right. So in just a second, screen or on a smartphone, head over to Daraja's auction website where you can find Deraja.live. Right now, we're going to start the live auction on the first live auction package on the website. That's item number 101, a private dinner party. So just click on that item and you'll be ready to bid. So just do your best in this contest. It's all for the kids. Let's see those bids. Put down any drinks or fancy concoction. Pick up those phones and let's have an auction. This is an exclusive dinner party, and it's item number 101 on your bidding site. Now you can invite up to 9 of your best friends, family, clients, colleagues, or loved ones to host a 5-star dinner party with a stellar chef and fabulous service, all in the cozy comfort and safety of your very own home. Professional chef and Deraja board member Elizabeth Lindquist, there she is, and her team will craft a personalized menu that fits your needs and occasion for 8 to 10 guests. This dinner is perfect for a privileged, prosperous, paramount, prominent party of preferential preference, of professional, pristine purity and prestige, with a penchant for palate-pleasing portrayals, personifying proficiency and perfection. For this popular poignant party package provides preeminent, precious possibilities. Brian Roberts is in the lead at $1,125. Greg Camrat, if you don't have 9 friends, we can provide them for you. Get yourself back in the lead. Maybe Blaine May might want to bid again. This is perfect for any birthday, anniversary, or elaborate apology. Perfect for any mutually agreed upon date. This is a 4-course meal that includes an appetizer, salad, a wonderful entree, and a decadent dessert. And if that wasn't enough, we're throwing in a magnum bottle of champagne, beautiful flower arrangements, and all the food and service costs are included. You don't pay a dime beyond what you bid right here. Greg Camrat is back in the lead at $1,275. Hurry up, Brian Roberts. Who has more disposable income? Let's find out. But is it Brian or Greg? We're going to see right here and right now. This is a wonderful opportunity to celebrate together in safety and cozy comfort. No restaurants, no parking, no valet, just you and your friends in a 4-star meal with Chef Elizabeth Lindquist that brings over 20 years of experience as an executive chef and restaurateur. Her passion for food was inherited from a long line of chefs in her family. She's been active in her early teens in all facets of the food service and restaurant business entities, serving as executive chef and general manager for several high-end restaurants and corporate food services. She actually started as an assistant chef in France as a wonderful little rodent would control her actions, and that's how she learned to cook. Sorry, Ratatouille. Bad reference. All right, Greg Camrat is still in the lead at $1,275, looking for Brian Roberts to currently outbid. It's only $150 more, Brian. You can do it. Just skip a payment. It's very easy to do to get yourself back in the lead, and every time you do, you're performing an act of kindness and generosity for the girls of Deraja. Looking for a bid to outbid Greg Camrat, who's sitting pretty at $1,275. There's Brian, comes in at $1,425. You sneaky little monkey. This is fantastic. Looking for Greg Camrat to get himself back in the lead. Greg, you're in second place. I promise you, Greg, if you bid one more time, I think you're going to win. I have all the confidence in the world. There's no way Brian's going to outbid you again. We got a nice little bidding war here, Greg. Hurry up and place a bid. Get yourself back in the lead. Looking for Greg to get himself back in the lead. Do you think he can do it? If you're sitting next to him, tell him to bid. It helps to have a little power of influence. We don't want to miss any bids. Right now, Brian Roberts is sitting pretty at $1,425. We're looking for a bid of $1,575 to get yourself back in the lead. We don't want to miss any bids, so because of the delays that might exist in technology, bidding for this item will close at $645. So get in those final bids before then, and we'll announce the winners at the end of the show. And remember, Greg Camrat got himself in the lead at $1,575. Brian Roberts, you're on the lower pedestal right now. Hurry up and get yourself back in the lead. Greg knows what's up. We're looking for a bid. Brian, this is going to be on YouTube for all time. This is going to be documented. This is like blockchain auctions. You're going to have to get yourself back in the lead to claim victory, and you can have the bragging rights for the entire year. Plus, you're going to have an amazing 4-star dinner and know that you supported Deraja in the process. Now, remember, our website will let you set a max bid. So I would maybe contemplate doing that now so that the computer bids for you against your competitors. Let the machine do the work so you can sit back, relax, and just enjoy the show. Or maybe just go all in right now, bid at $2,000 and scare your competitor away. I'll be right back with another auction item, an incredible vacation opportunity in Sausalito with a value of $12,000. But first, let's spend some time with another Deraja student. Earlier, you learned a bit of Swahili with Yvonne. Now our dear friend Jackie is going to teach us about a traditional Maasai dancing. Take it away, Jackie.
Super. My name is Jackie Kamunge, a Form 2 student at Daraja Academy. Super is a Maasai traditional greeting. Daraja is a school of diversity with over 37 tribal communities, and that is our strength. We are many, but we are one. Anyway, it's like you and me. We may be a world apart, but we share a common goal: educating smart girls to become leaders and change the world. Thank you for believing in our futures. We will not let you down. At Daraja, we celebrate our diversity in a way it's like our superpower. We would like to teach you some Maasai dancing moves. For the girls, as singing goes on, they dance while singing the next like this. I think with a little practice, you'll get that. Then when you come to Daraja, you'll fit right in with the Maasai girls. But remember, Daraja means bridge, and we are Daraja.
Thank you, Jackie. I love the colors and the jewelry, and it actually looks like a dance move I can actually do. That's huge. That never happens. You can look as amazing as Jackie did. You can buy the hand-beaded jewelry made by Jackie and other Deraja girls on our auction website. These items can be found by scrolling to the bottom of the page. Item numbers 501 and 601 are right there for you to place a bid and buy these wonderful pieces. Speaking of the auction website, it's time to log in by going to Deraja.live if you're just joining us, and start by clicking the Start Bidding button at the top. And remember, if you need help, you can call our helpline at 415-456-8055, right there. That number is also listed at the bottom of the screen in the description of this video. At this time, we're going to turn our attention to the belle of the ball, the wonderful auction item number 102, an incredible 4-day and 3-night stay in beautiful Sausalito, an amazing luxury home. So start the bidding right here and right now. Right now, the high bidder is Blaine May at $5,250. Ken Lawler is trailing at $4,700. This is your chance to create an unforgettable memory by spending a beautiful extended weekend in this spectacular contemporary vacation home on the Sausalito waterfront. This 4-story, 6,600 square foot dream house is newly remodeled and soon to be featured in Spaces magazine. A stay here is valued at $12,000. This extraordinary home sleeps 6 people with 2 parking spaces, includes a home concierge service to make all sorts of arrangements, a private dock with stunning views of the bay, and a great opportunity for you to get out on the water. And all floors come with a private deck, perfect for coffee at sunrise or a good book or glass of wine at sunset. This is a wonderful opportunity to treat yourself. Right now, Blaine C. May knows what's up. He is sitting comfortably at $5,200, looking for Ken Lawler to outbid him at $5,750. Go ahead, Ken, place a bid. Go in on it together with the other couples that are going to join you on this wonderful vacation. Ken got himself in the lead. Attaboy, Ken. He's in at $5,750. Feels good, doesn't it, Ken? You're a winner. I believe in you. Ken came in like a sniper. Sniper is in the lead. Let's see if Blaine May can get himself back in the lead. Blaine, friends are counting on you. People are counting on you. They're rooting for you. You understand the impact that you're making for Deraja, but also understand, you don't need to see me. Let them see those wonderful pictures of how beautiful this house is. This is a wonderful opportunity for you to place a bid on a Sausalito home, kick up your feet, enjoy the beautiful views. You're going to see everything from Alcatraz Island to the wonderful bays and bridges. Notice that the first floor features comfortable lounge with a custom sofa bed, dry sauna, and steam shower, which after a night of a bottle of wine, you're going to really want that sauna to get started. The second floor has a guest suite complete with kitchenette, TV room, and an office. The third floor has a master suite with TV room, extra large shower, and a detached freestanding tub. And the fourth floor, yes, there's 4 floors, has an elevated dining area and kitchen with a sunken living room and fireplace. Helen got herself in the lead. Helen, where'd you come from, you saucy minx? You're in at 7,200. You're outbidding the dudes right now. Helen Cook Pine, I love you, Helen. She's the one that brought me to Daraja and didn't make me, but I fell in love with the cause, and it was thanks to Helen. She's in the lead at 7,200. But that doesn't mean she doesn't want someone to outbid her either, because she knows that if she gets outbid, we're raising more money. So we're looking for Ken or Blaine to get themselves in the lead to outbid Helen right here and right now. Remember, Ken or Blaine, buying this package is a lot cheaper than alimony. I'll let you sink that in. This is a wonderful opportunity for birthdays, anniversaries, special weekends, and getaways. Don't you want to decompress? Don't you want to smooth out the wrinkles in your life right now? Don't you want perspective? We all need to take a break. The last 7 months have been extremely hard. It's time to give yourself the staycation that you deserve. And if you don't bid Ken or Blaine, we're going to send you to a 2-bedroom condo in beautiful Fresno, California. You have to enjoy the wonderful attractions that Fresno has to offer, like Chevron, Arby's, and cassette tapes that are still prominent throughout all vehicles. Go ahead and outbid Helen Pine, looking for a bid of 7,700. You can wander out to the private dock with a cup of coffee in the morning, relax with a cocktail at night, enjoy the light-filled, airy rooms of the house as you take in views of Angel Island, Alcatraz, the Golden Gate Bridge, or sailboats in the bay. This is it. This is your chance to spoil yourself or plan a special getaway and weekend with friends and bid on the stunning house together. It has a value of $12,000. We're sitting at 7,200, looking for a bid of 77 to get yourself in the lead, Ken. We're looking for you, Ken. We're counting on you, Ken. Looking for Ken. Do you think Ken can do it? I wish when someone could chant Ken. Ken, if you bid one more time, I promise I'm not going to ask you again. We're looking for one more bid from Ken Lawler. You can do it, Ken. Now remember, due to delays that can happen when live streaming, this auction item will close at 6:45, so you got a few more minutes to get yourself back in the lead and win this incredible package. I'll announce our winners at the end of the show. And don't forget to use that max bidding function on our website to let your computer bid against your competitors for you, so you don't have to constantly monitor the auction process. Just set your peak and you'll be automatically outbidding your competitor up to that amount. Now we have one more auction item, but first let's hear from 2 more Deraja girls. Asha and Sharon are Deraja students who have had to stay on Deraja's campus during school closures. Unfortunately, their homes aren't safe enough for 2 teen girls. In fact, throughout Kenya, the number of domestic violence and teen pregnancy cases are rising. Thankfully, Asha and Sharon are safe at the sanctuary of Deraja, the place they call home. And they've made a video specifically for you to share some of the things they love about their school. So let's all test our memories and learn something new in Asha and Sharon's version of Deraja trivia. Take it away, girls.
Thank you all for joining us tonight to support girls' education in Kenya. Because of you, I'm in high school and my future is bright. My name is Asha City and this is my schoolmate,
Sharon Lavin. Hello everybody. Enough of the serious stuff, Asha. Today we are going to have a little fun and maybe learn something too. That's the Daraja way. We're going to have a break from the evening and do some Daraja trivia. Are you ready?
Yes!
Here we go.
What percentage of food eaten at Daraja is grown or left by the Daraja staff?
The answer is 75%. Deraja has a large kitchen garden and farm. We get all our eggs from our own chickens, milk from our own cows and goats. We don't even buy honey, that comes from our 12 beehives. Any extra food is sold to the Deraja employees and the local community.
75%?
Yeah.
Wow. Like 75%.
Exactly.
So we are feeding the community.
Literally.
Which country has a Deraja alumni not visited for the purpose of education?
The answer is Canada. Can you believe that? We need to get your neighbors on board.
Sure.
After graduating, Deraja alumni go on to receive education and training all over the world. In fact, 5 Daraja alumni from the class of 2019 have received international scholarship.
Interesting. How many hours of community service does every Deraja girls do while at home during the school break over the course of the year?
The answer is 40 hours. 40 hours.
40 hours?
Yes, and often more.
Give me 5.
Woo! During the 3 school breaks, we practice being leaders by serving our communities. We volunteer in schools, churches, and hospitals. This changes the way the community view us and the way we view ourselves in our communities. Take an instance, I do my community service at a Cheshire home. It's the home for the elderly. This is because I want to improve the care given to the elderly back in my community. What about you, Asha?
As for me, I volunteer in hospitals to fight against jiggers, so I'm looking forward to become a community health officer.
Nice.
Hope you have enjoyed the Deraja trivia and you have learned something new. Actually, I did.
And remember, it was all made possible by people like you. We are in school because people like you believe we should be. Asante.
Hey, Asha and Sharon. Hey, what's with Canada? Come on. What's your excuse for not supporting Deraja and being involved? Like, oh, is there no hockey there in Deraja, eh? Maybe we should get a hockey program. We'll get Canada involved one of these days. Or some Molson Ice, maybe. We'll figure it out. And I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has given towards this cause. Asha and Sharon are healthy and safe because of you. Every act that you perform tonight is a blessing. And every donor who is giving tonight during this event, asante. Thank you to Lane Tobiasen, Casey Wayne, Stephanie Silverman, and so many more who are at home watching tonight. Samantha Rainier, thank you for your big, wonderful donation. We're honored that you believe in Deraja's mission to educate and empower these girls. And for the past 6 months, Deraja students, like the ones you've met tonight, have been back at home, scattered throughout the country of Kenya. Education technology isn't widely used in Kenya yet, which makes distance learning incredibly difficult. But we address that problem by creating a digital lesson library, a collection of lessons that students can access at any time. This new virtual format is one of the ways Deraja will continue to grow. We will expand our digital library so that it can be shared with any student or teacher in Kenya. And tonight, you have the opportunity to be a part of the next phase of Deraja's development. We're auctioning off the naming rights for the new digital lesson library. Tonight's winner will not only get to choose the name of this library, but will also be contributing to a Deraja expansion that could reach thousands of students in need. So open back up that auction website on another screen or go onto your smartphone by typing in deraja.live, where we are now bidding on item number 103, the naming rights for Deraja's new digital lesson library. There has been a very spirited bidding war that has been going on for about 5 or 6 bids between Thomas Kelly and Amanda Whiteman. We're going to find out who wants to see their name on the side of this new library. This is a beautiful opportunity. Right now, Thomas Kelly is in the lead at $16.50. Amanda Whiteman, we're looking for you to bid at $17.50. It's only $100 more. That's just a lunch and a half in the Bay Area. We're looking for a bid of just $17.50, but now your name is going to be immortalized on this building for as long as we are open. And we always hope to grow and expand. And the digital lesson library is something that expands and has outreach further than our walls have ever dreamed. This is an incredible opportunity, Amanda. We're counting on you, Amanda, to place a bid at $17.50. Just one more bid, just $100 more, gets you in the lead to have your name on this building. COVID-19 forced schools all over the world to change their way of teaching. And Deraja, like so many others, pivoted to online learning. And because of generous donors like you, each girl received a school-issued smartphone, and teachers began sending recorded lessons and holding virtual classroom discussions. This new way of teaching has simply accelerated Deraja's plan to reach more students in rural areas. Lessons will be housed in the new digital library and shared online. So imagine like Khan Academy, but specific to Kenyan curriculum standards. The goal is to share this digital library with schools across Kenya and supplement the learning for thousands of boys and girls even after they return to in-person classroom. Look at this. Look what's going on right now. So we have new bidders between Bella Oguno and Meredith Eggers, who's currently in the lead at $2,050. Thomas Kelly, you are currently in second place. Amanda Whiteman, you got to get back in there. But we're looking for Thomas right now, who's currently in second place, to get himself back in the lead at $2,150. You can do it, Thomas. We believe in you. You can do it. If you don't, we're going to put your name on the side of a Ford Econoline van that's located somewhere in the Sunset District right now. It's not seen by very many people. This is a beautiful way to showcase your love and display. Do it in your name. Do it in the name of your company. Do it in the name of a loved one. Do it in honor of someone who might have passed. Do it in honor of yourself, because when you give, you are honoring yourself, because generosity is the benchmark by which we value ourselves. Thomas Kelly, there he is at $2,150. Attaboy. Meredith. Everyone is looking at you. They're not looking at me. They're looking at you. These are moments that almost define us. This is a carpe diem moment, Meredith. And you only need $2,250 to be able to do it. What were you going to do with that extra $200, Meredith? What difference is it? Is it going to move the needle in your life at all? Because if it's not, there she is at $2,250. Atta girl. Thomas, if you don't bid, you're going to be missing out on opportunities to have your name be absorbed, filled with gratitude and love by all the girls that appreciate this digital lesson library. I implore you. I don't ask, I implore. I'm using a $20 word here, Thomas, for you to place a bid of $2,350. And if you bid one more time, I think you're going to win. If you bid at $2,350, Thomas, I have every confidence that you will win. You can. There he is! Okay, Meredith. Thomas got himself in the lead at $2,350. He understands the value of this. He understands that with each beat of every chamber in his heart that he did the right thing by bidding. Meredith, we're looking for $2,450 to you. Everyone's watching. Should I just step back? Just let you think? But I think you can win. I think both of you can win. I'm rooting for both of you, actually. And I wish we had 2 digital lesson libraries so you could both win. And maybe one day we will. But right now, this is your moment, Meredith. You're in it to win it. It feels so much better to win. Or maybe it feels better to make Thomas pay more money. Who knows? But I urge you to bid just one more time, because that's, you know what? That's an extra 2 months of food for a Daraja family, actually, by just increasing your bid to $2,450. And you get the benefit of your name being on the side of our beautiful expansion that reaches more students than we ever thought possible. There she is, Meredith! This is so much fun! This is almost as fun as seeing the looks on your face right now. See, now you get, once you bid and you're in the lead, you kind of just get to relax for a minute, and you get to kind of see what happens. Let it stew for a little bit. Just bask in the glory of being on top right now. Thomas, I was wrong. I was assuming that $2,350 was going to get it done. I will apologize for underestimating Meredith's resolve for victory. You didn't get to where you are in life, Thomas, by coming in second place. But you can win right here and right now, probably, if you bid at $2,550. Looking for $2,550. That's only $200 more. That's less than a parking ticket. Looking for a bid of $2,550. We're going to keep moving on with the rest of our program as the bidding continues all the way up until 6:45. And bidding for this item, as well as for the private dinner party or the Sausalito vacation home, will close shortly at 6:45. So make sure to get your bids in before they close. And we'll announce the winners at the end of this show. I love the spirited bidding. Keep it going, Meredith and Thomas. Now let's remember, while we're all here, today is International Day of the Girl, and we're here to celebrate and honor the girls of Deraja Academy. I too wish that we didn't need a day to remember the importance of girls in our lives, but here we are, and we can honor that. And just so you know, Lisa Halstead just got herself in the lead at $2,550 over Thomas and Meredith. Thomas and Meredith, you've come this far. You might as well just keep going. Just go all in. But Lisa is currently in the lead. Well done, Lisa. Thomas Kelly came back again. I love it. All right. Anyway, so I'm at this time going to turn it back over to Jason and one of our Deraja Academy founders, who is going to introduce you to a young woman who knows how to be fearless in the face of opposition. Over to you, Jason.
Every week at Deraja Academy begins the same way. At about 7:30 a.m., all the girls and the staff and the teachers gather around the flagpole. There's 120 students, and behind the flagpole in front of all of them are the scouts who raise the flag and they say the national anthem. The sun is coming up over their shoulders. It's a beautiful scene. But right at the base of the flagpole, we have a small, simple statue. It is a school chair that you would find in any classroom across the world, and it's empty. It reads, "Deserving, but not admitted." Every year, Daraja turns away more girls than it can admit. Until that changes, this seat will remain vacant. That statue serves as the conscience of the school. It reminds all of us of how lucky we are to have the opportunity that we do, students and staff alike. It also keeps us humble and reminds us that there is still work ahead of us, because Deraja turns away 9 out of 10 girls that we interview every year as we tour across Kenya looking for scholarship recipients. I'm going to tell you tonight about a girl we didn't take, who we then took the next year. And what was amazing to me, and it chokes me up even thinking about it, is that girl showed up in 2019 after being told she could not be admitted to Deraja. After sitting out for 2 months waiting to hear, she joined school, even though she knew she didn't have the school fees. She was determined that she was going to prove to them that she was smart, that she deserved a spot. She worked her way to the top of the class, and at the end of her freshman year, she was told not to come back. We turned away a lot of girls. Rahama showed up and said, "I'm back." She had a smile on her face. And I think if that was me, I would have come back indignant, like I was going to prove you wrong, like I deserve to be here. She came in and we took her, and I'm so glad that we did. I want you to watch a little something of her and her mom and why it's so important that we educate girls like Rahama.
My name is Rahma Jarso. This is my second year at Daraja Academy, and I'm from Marsabit County. My biggest challenge before I joined Daraja mainly was me not knowing my self-worth, me not always being there for me, and majorly me not being that girl who is strong and who can stand there for herself, for her education, and for everything in my life. Something which I learned in Wish is self-identity. You knowing what you want in your life, what you want to have, is very important. I will be that very empowered girl because of what Daraja is giving, because of Wish class, because of transition program. I will be that girl who will go outside there to change her community and at large to change the whole world. So I will be that person who will be helping my friends to do this and this, to avoid early pregnancy, to avoid early marriages. So I will be like a role model to my fellow students who have not yet gotten the chance to join Daraja, because Daraja is giving something very valuable.
Merudisha sasa shukurani Mungu, merudisha sasa shukurani Deraja, familia ya Deraja yote. Asanteni sana. Mungu asaidie hata nyinyi yote. Familia ya Deraja yote, hata Mungu asaidie shule yetu afungulike.
My goal for my future is really supporting girl education, like Daraja is supporting my education. Because like when I will support girl education, I will really change the whole world. Thank you for supporting my education. I am Daraja.
Deraja girls like to say that they are not victims, that they are part of the solution. I agree with them, but I would add a little bit to that statement. I believe that those girls are the solution. I believe that educating girls is the fastest way to change the world. When it comes to girls' education, I'm super greedy because I want more. I want more girls in the seats. I want more people in the fight. I want you in the fight more. I want to change the world one girl at a time, because I feel like I've been to the mountaintop of world problems and the solutions to them, and girls' education is the one. You want to have less of a strain on the planet? You educate more girls and have alumni like Tina, who chose to have one baby when she was ready. If you want to change the economy of a region, you educate girls like Jackie, who taught us that traditional dance. That little girl, I've known her longer than almost any Daraja girl, because when she was 5, her mom abandoned the family. Her father was in his 70s and he was often sick, and Jackie and her siblings were told to leave school, and she was on the streets of Nanyuki. She was begging for food and money to get back into school. She wanted to be educated so bad that she was asking for handouts so she could pay her school fees. And if you want someone that's never going to quit, who's going to fight for girls' education, I want more Rahamas. I want more of them standing in front of that statue, of that empty chair, of them affecting change in the world until we can crush that statue because it's not needed anymore, and every girl and every boy that deserves an education gets one.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you for helping each of us realize the important role in helping girls like Rahama. Isn't she an incredible example of why every girl deserves an education? Together, we are on the precipice of creating something beautiful, of meaningful, and life-changing for girls like Rahama, Jackie, Yvonne, Asha, Sharon, and hundreds of other girls. You're watching this tonight because somewhere deep inside you, you know that what we do right here and now matters. This is 2020, a year that will always be remembered for its heartache and turmoil, but tonight we will be remembered for a different reason. Daraja's Dean of Students says it best. She says, whatever we do for these girls, it will not go unmentioned in the books of history. It is because of your empathy tonight that a fundamental act of decency can be performed and give a young girl like Rahama every tool she needs to shake the world. Thank you to everyone who has already donated to this cause tonight. Wonderful donors like Kathy Reinschler, Sarah Gilbertson, and Jane Letourneau, as well as the wonderful donations that I currently see on our donation page, like Abby Church at $250 and Jonathan Ratner's household at $180. Thank you to Mary Hirsch and Michelle Bonnewell and Eric Anderson and their wonderful household for all these wonderful donations. Right now, I invite all of you to go back to the auction website at Deraja Live, but this time, click on that big blue donation button. As you can see, no matter what you are inspired to give, every amount matters. And I want to tell you about those bottom 3 buttons on Daraja's donation page. Those levels of $10,000, $5,000, and $2,500 are scholarships to Deraja Academy. Right now, there's an 8th grade girl, a girl just like Rahama, who is sitting at the crossroads, scared about what her future holds. And all she wants to do is to be able to go to high school, to become the person she knows she can be. You can answer those prayers tonight. If you give it $10,000, you will provide everything that girl needs for 4 years of high school: her uniform, school supplies, food, and medical care. Because of you, she will sleep in her own bed at night on a thick mattress, probably for the first time in her life. Because of you, she'll meet a dentist for the first time in her life. And she will be in a safe environment where she will learn that she is worth so much more than just a dowry. Thank you to those of you who are giving right now so a girl can come to Deraja. Donors like my good friends Helen and Russell Pine. Thank you Elizabeth Lindquist and Tim Moore. Thank you to Maggie O'Donnell and Josh Flom. Thank you to the Merchant family and so many more. Thank you to Kim Rosen and Dr. Norma D. Thomas, these wonderful names that are appearing at the bottom of the screen. Thank you to Kat Lanigan. Gosh, that's like the funnest name ever. Kat Lanigan. I love that. Doesn't that sound like someone on the news in the 70s? It's fantastic. Lawrence Pine, thank you. Barton Faber, that is absolutely beautiful. These are beautiful acts of kindness and generosity. I want you to think about our program like this. When a hurricane hits, we all give towards the relief effort. We all donate our $10. We're all moved by those beautiful acts of kindness of a community pulling each other up and rebuilding. Well, COVID-19 is the hurricane of our society. It's It's a hurricane of the planet. And in its wake leaves a path filled with uncertainty, of fear and loss. Imagine all the fear and loss that already exist in Kenya, from fears of food insecurity and shelter insecurity and warmth at night, yet alone in education. Thank you for all of those of you right now who are giving so girls can come to Daraja. And it's enduring moments like this by which our character is shaped. It's moments of moral decision making that are the benchmark for who we are. So give what you can. Give your energy. Give your faith. Give your strength towards making a new reality for a young girl who doesn't know right now where her next meal is coming from, let alone how she will ever get an education. Thank you to Lauren Thornhill for your $90 donation. Go to Daraja.live and click on the big blue donate button near the top. Thank you, Brian Roberts, for your $250 donation. This is beautiful. Thank you, Shelley Bonnewell. Thank you, Jennifer Bellison. These are beautiful acts of generosity, and we love all of you. Gosh, I wish I could see all of your faces tonight. If you give it $5,000, that covers a 2-year scholarship to Deraja. In fact, the Deraja alumni say that their first 2 years at Deraja were the most formative of their entire life. During these years, quiet girls transform into empowered young women. They come out of their shell, they feel safe, and they know that someone believes in them. It is during these years that they find their voice. And by giving at this level, you are investing in the foundation of a future leader. She will know your name and won't forget when she is the governor of her county. Thank you to all of those of you who are making those first 2 years possible, like Talia and Edgar Pierluisi. Thank you to Melanie Pena, Phil, John Keir, and the Kabada family. Kadeba family, beg your pardon. Thank you very much for all these wonderful donations that keep coming in, like Mr. Anthony G. Seigel. Thank you to Matthew Smith and Rhonda Gasso and Bethany Hardy. We love you, Bethany. What are you doing? That's fantastic. Thank you to Barbara Patterson. Thank you to Lindsay Rossoff for giving $150. These are beautiful acts of kindness and community where people can come together and join in. That's what the definition of community is. You are literally stitching the fabric that keep Deraja intact. Thank you to Tony Andreessen for your wonderful donation of $250. Now, this level is important, and I want to talk about Deraja's $2,500 level. And you can find by going to Daraja.live and clicking that big blue donate button near the top. And here's why this is important. $2,500 is the giving level that has changed more lives across the globe than any other, because $2,500 is the amount that makes you a student sponsor for 1 full year of education at Deraja Academy. And right now, here's a very special announcement. We're so excited to say this. The John M. Simpson Foundation has generously offered to match $25,000 in student scholarship funds. So for every $2,500 scholarship you give, it will be doubled and matched dollar for dollar. So if you give $2,500, it will be matched. The first 10 people to give $2,500 will not only give 1 year of scholarships, but we're empowering them to make it 2. Thank you so much to that wonderful foundation for their support. Let's see how many people would be so kind about it. $2,500, that's only $200 a month. That is literally just $6 a day to change a girl's life forever. That's a latte. That's a latte a day to change a girl's life forever. Not just for 1 year, but for 2 years, because it's getting matched. And remember that Yvonne taught us all that Deraja means bridge. But becoming a sponsor isn't just about building bridges of education for a girl's future. Your $2,500 sponsorship also bridges countries and cultures. This girl becomes a member of your family. It's a year that will change her life and your life forever. 21 of our girls right now aren't sponsored. There's a student who is anxious and excited to thank you for the role that you play in her life. Thank you to Erica Merrill for your $1,000 donation. Keep these wonderful acts of kindness coming. And we're so grateful for those donating to student scholarships tonight. Donors like Steve Dissenoff and Joanne Hom and Carrie Harris Hamovich and Karen and Malcolm White. These are beautiful acts of generosity. All these wonderful people who are giving are seeing their donation matched tonight. Thank you for everyone who is giving right now in any way. And honestly, who better to tell you about the difference you're making than Deraja's head of school, Victoria, who has been working with the girls since the school opened in 2009. Let's head over to Deraja Academy's campus and learn what they are facing right now. Let's take a look.
My name is Victoria Gishuhi, Principal of Deraja Academy. The reason I'm doing this is because of our girls who have been at home for the last 6 months. I have served Daraja for 11 years, and even with different circumstances, we did not anticipate such. Nothing like COVID-19. For the last 6 months, we've had a care and educate campaign to reach out to them at home. We handed every girl a phone, and we have provided data to make sure that they continue learning. Everything to make sure that we avail the teachers to the girls, even with this situation. Even better is the psychosocial support that the girls have gotten. Imagine how it feels for a girl to receive a phone call from a graduate, our alumni who have graduated from colleges and universities with social work, with psychology and counseling training. And I'm so proud that Masimbora is one of these women who have walked the journey with them. Let us hear from Masimbora.
My name is Masinje Rimbora. I graduated in 2013 from Daraja and went to Moi University, it's in Kenya, where I pursued counseling psychology because I'm passionate about mental health. My work with Daraja, most importantly, is to make sure that the girls at home, their mindset align with the heart of Daraja, the mind of Daraja, because Daraja still wants them to stay focused, to stay strong, to keep fighting even at home, to be Daraja girls at home. Especially right now, the long stay at home is really becoming a problem to them. They don't like it at all. They don't know when it ends. So they're not sure, it's very uncertain, and that is giving them a sort of anxiety. But besides that, they also have problems at home because most of the parents are casual workers and the work is not guaranteed. That means that their earning is not guaranteed and most of them are not able to make ends meet. They're not able to bring food to the table. And so sometimes the girls have to go hungry. They have to go without some very essential things. Because the parents cannot afford them. I went to Daraja when I least expected I'd get a chance to go to high school. So I went there, they took me through 4 years and they provided for me everything I needed and they made it possible for me to go to university. And now I'm seated here because I'm working with Daraja and helping girls. And so when I'm doing this, I have compassion for every girl, whoever they are, whatever they're doing, whatever they've been through. Because at some point I was there and I've gone through some of the stuff they've gone through. And I'm grateful to the supporter, every person who threw their dime towards my education and towards the education of many other girls in Daraja. I'm so grateful to them. And for every supporter out there who is thinking or considering to support Daraja, I think it's a worthy cause. So please do it if you can and when you can. Any help will be appreciated.
Daraja is a school for girls like Masimbora. They come here, they get an education, and learn to become powerful community leaders. My appeal to you tonight, let us find masks, we buy sanitizers, find transport to bring the girls back to school. They are desiring to come back to a place they call home. Together, tonight, let us change lives of girls.
Yes. Let's change the lives of girls together. You heard it from Victoria and Mercy. Every gift makes a difference. Let's get these girls the support they need right here and right now so they can return back to Deraja safely. And we want to thank a few more people who have given an amazing amount tonight, like John Quigley for his $2,500 donation. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you for Jonathan Ratner. Thank you to Dr. Norma D. Thomas. And thank you to Dr. Reina Juanita Leon. These are beautiful acts of generosity right now. The effects of COVID-19 has devastated families. It has flattened economies, leaving a trail of uncertainty and fear across the globe. And it affects all of us. All of us have felt this effect, some more deeply than others. But imagine being a Kenyan girl who's already facing poverty and food shortages and homelessness, lack of water, or being forced into an early marriage. And then adding the effects of a global pandemic on top of this. We have to choose how we're going to fight this. That's what Deraja girls are facing when they are and what we're combating here tonight. Remember, if you'd like to participate or contribute, just go to Daraja.live and click on the big blue donate button and be as free to be as kind as you know you are. That's it. Everything in our world is different, but the only new ingredient needed is the willingness to evolve for the sake of what's important. Now tonight, another generous anonymous donor has offered to match the first $15,000 towards a COVID relief effort and getting the Deraja girls safely back to campus. So as you feel moved to give this evening, know that your gift will be doubled. And if you give at $2,500, it's going to get tripled. So it's absolutely incredible. Look at that! Maggie O'Donnell gave it $10,000! Maggie, oh my gosh, that's 4-year scholarship. You just changed an entire person's life. You gave them 4 years of food, medical care, dental care, uniforms, books, and a high school education. God bless you, Maggie. That's absolutely beautiful. That should feel so good right now. The people who give understand the power of their donation. They understand that kindness is the new source of joy and happiness is the new wealth. This is beautiful. So I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm so moved by those beautiful acts of generosity. I want to ask you, what does Deraja need? Because every amount matters, but let me paint a picture for you of what your gift can accomplish tonight. For $1,000, you can provide education technology that is so desperately needed. When COVID struck in March, Deraja put a smartphone in every student's hand so they could continue learning from home. That's amazing. But their teachers are working from refurbished, outdated computers and iPads, and to keep up with the students, many of the teachers had to default to their own personal cell phones and whatever tools they could find. So giving $1,000 towards technology could help buy up-to-date laptops and data plans for their phones so lessons can be recorded and uploaded to the brand new digital lesson library. Getting teachers the tools they need is an important step in reaching more girls. And thank you to all of you who are helping make that goal happen, like Noel and Jason O'Neill, like John Doherty. Of course, he's the leader. That's what he's going to do. Thank you to Shelley Bonnewell. Thank you to Jennifer Bellison and many, many more people who are giving. Every little bit helps, like Carol Bennett at $500, like our good friend Miss Linda Ann Farrell at $90. These are all acts of kindness, and together you are the definition of community when you give. But there are more ways that your gift can make a difference tonight. For $500, you can support the vital work of Deraja's counseling and social work department. Did you know that before COVID, 45% of women and girls had experienced physical violence against them? During COVID, those numbers have spiked, and hunger and teen pregnancy are also on a significant rise in Kenya right now. So we recruited a team of 4 Deraja alumni who are now trained professionals like Mercy, who we met earlier. This team of counselors and social workers are staying connected to all 120 Deraja students while they're at home facing difficult and dangerous circumstances. With the help of a counselor, these girls are better able to cope with the trauma around them and start the process of healing. $500 covers the salary of one of these counselors for a month, ensuring a constant, supportive, and reliable safety net for each girl. Thank you to Lori Woods. Lori Woods for a $2,500 donation right there. That's 1 year, but it came 3 years because it got tripled by our wonderful matches. That's absolutely wonderful to give it the $2,500 mark. You're actually making $7,500 possible. I love it. That is so awesome. Each, gosh, it's hard to really bridge the gap between what's happening in our country and what's happening in theirs. But ultimately, a weird thing that unites us this year is our pain. Each and every one of us has experienced fear or sadness, it's stress at some point over the last 7 months. I don't care who you are. Something happened to each and every one of us that was outside of our control, and it hit us hard and it knocked us on our tail. It could have been the death of a loved one. Could have been the loss of money, a job, career, health, schooling, or simply the grieving process of it all. But tonight, we get to decide how we're going to mold this. How we're going to take this tragedy and confusion and turn it around. And what is that greatest force of changing the lives of these Kenyan girls? The answer is you. The answer is literally in the palm of your hand right now. You have the power of choice. The power of choice to change the direction of a young person's, like Caroline Cook did at $2,500. Another $2,500 donation from Caroline Cook. That is absolutely beautiful. I love seeing that. It's getting matched 2 times over. It's absolutely incredible. I want to see at least 2 more $2,500 donations to accomplish the first match. It would be so incredible to see that. But a total of 5 will accomplish the other match. Let's do it. Remember, if you'd like to participate or contribute, please go to Daraja.live right now and click on the big blue donate button. Thank you and asante to all of those people who are giving and shaping the future of Deraja girls right now. Donors like Suzanne Kuntz and Sarah and Kip Howard and Dr. Reina Juanita Leon and Sheila Caligari and my good friend Nicholas Pine. I love to see the Pine family give. It's beautiful. In Kenya right now, it's early Monday morning. Today, schools across the country will start to gradually have phased reopenings. That means that soon we'll have 120 Daraja students back on campus safely from all parts of Kenya, but it's a daunting task. Today, a gift of $250 provides private transportation for 5 students so they don't have to ride on the back of a bike or packed into some public van and bus, crowded, being smothered and coughed on as they head back to school. Instead, because of you, they will travel in clean, sanitized vehicles, arriving healthy and safely. You can protect 5 girls and all of their Deraja sisters by donating $250 right now. So continue to give. It's an important act of kindness for you to jump on. All you have to do is quell that fear. I know the concerns that you might have. We've all had to deal with that balance between that inherent worry of providing for oneself and the conscience to be generous. All you have to do is quell your fear. Whatever you focus on is what you're going to feel. And if you focus on positivity, hope, and growth, you will feel it and then you become it and you become an agent of positive change. Let's talk about $150. $150 will give each Deraja girl a COVID kit with masks, gloves, soap, sanitizer, and ensure her safety while she's at school. Enough for the entire year. $150 for the entire year. And really, what you're doing is helping a future community leader learn the value of protecting others and protect them from COVID at the same time. And you're giving a nervous girl that peace of mind that she can weather this storm. We've all heard that overused phrase of unprecedented times. And yes, these are unprecedented times. But how do we find unprecedented opportunity to achieve unprecedented results? What if the answer was right here? What if this moment is that opportunity to become the best version of ourselves, the most caring version of ourselves? So don't let your mind stop you from acting on what your heart is telling you. Our hearts and our souls, they long to do more, to give more, to appreciate more, to make every moment meaningful. And that is a gift called life. Thank you to Lindsay Rossoff for your $250 donation. Thank you Susan August and Emily Steekol and Allison Morgan for these beautiful donations. These are so beautiful. Thank you Michael Cameron for $45. Every amount helps. That's 2 weeks of food for a family. $45 is 2 weeks. It's beautiful. And you know what? I've never heard anyone say over the last 10 years of helping nonprofits, no one has ever come up to me and said, Zach, I wish I had given less. And do you know why? Because they understand that happiness is the new wealth. Inner peace is the new definition of success. And kindness is the new definition of joy. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to close your eyes for a second. I want you to imagine that you're standing in front of your refrigerator and you can't decide what to eat. Right now, we're all stuck at home and trips to the fridge have become, well, the highlight of the day. Now imagine being a parent of several children who goes to the cupboard only to find nothing inside of it. This is something no parent should ever have to experience, but over 25% of Deraja's families have run out of food during this pandemic. Just $90 will buy a bag of beans and maize flour to feed a family of 5 for 1 whole month. While most of our students are still at home, you have the power to make sure that they have dinner tonight for an entire month with just $90. And because of the dollar for dollar match that I mentioned earlier, you will actually be feeding 2 families for an entire month with just one gift of $90. Remember, you can participate by going to Daraja.live and clicking on the big blue donate button. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. And so many of you have chosen to give this evening. Donors like Michelle Betancourt, John Rose, Michelle Morrill, Sandra Kelly, and so many others. Thank you, Matthew Smith. Thank you, Rhonda Gasso. And all the donors that we could ever mention in this live stream, we are so happy and honored that you chose to take part in this. Your generosity has been absolutely overwhelming. You are the reason that a Deraja Academy student will succeed. And because she knows someone believes in her enough, to care about her enough, to make a decision to act positively towards her health, her education, and her safety, you made it a priority tonight. And in just a few moments, I'll have the opportunity to announce the winners of the live auction as we wrap up tonight's show. But first, let's not forget why we're here. Because we believe that it's possible to change the life of one girl, and that one girl can change the course of our community and therefore the nation. Thank you, Kim Rosen, for your $250 donation. So while these last donations and bids come in, let's hear what Daraja means to the girls who know it best.
I would say Daraja is unique and Daraja is loving, because you see, we stay here, we live here as sisters, and that is what makes us strong, because we come together as one from different places, different parts of the country, and we come together, we help each other, we embrace each other, and that makes us strong, even academic-wise and in all aspects, both socially, economically, and emotionally.
I can say Daraja is a home of happiness, and Daraja can give you happy when you are sad, and when you feel sorrow, and then it helps you to motivate when you are even sad. So it's a school of happiness.
I describe Daraja as precious gift from heaven, which God granted to Daraja girls to save their lives.
Daraja is like my mother, because Daraja has always been there when I'm in something, when I need. Daraja is there for me.
Daraja, it makes me feel proud and loved, because it came to my rescue when I was in a low state. Yeah, I had no hopes.
The way I love Daraja is the way I live like. It's just like my home.
It supports me, and we are happy of our school because it is unique in Kenya. There's no other school like Daraja.
When you come here, you feel loved, and we have classes that teach you how you can raise your self-esteem and how you can advocate for yourself.
It makes me feel very unique, because out of all the girls that were interviewed, I am unique in my special way. That's why I was picked to come to Daraja. So I'm unique here.
They made me feel that someone great who is going to make the world great.
If it were not for Daraja, I will not have been in school, and maybe in our village I will become pregnant, got married. Now Daraja have played a big role in my life, and I thank Daraja.
Thank you for coming tonight. Those girls have a chance at a better life because of you. And a big thank you to everyone who is watching outside of the Pacific time zone. The Deraja family is a global team, and tonight we know that our viewers are coming from places throughout the U.S. and around the world. For some of our most distant viewers, the time difference is up to 15 hours. So before we announce the live auction winners, we want to make sure that you know how grateful we all are. Now, a big part of that generosity tonight is coming from our live auction winners. We couldn't be more grateful. First up, the dinner party winner goes to Lisa Halstead. Congratulations, Lisa, for your being the winner and the high bidder. Fantastic. Next up is that incredible Sausalito vacation, and that winner is Ken Lawler. Congratulations, Ken. You and your friends are going to have an absolutely wonderful time. And finally, the chance to name Daraja's digital lesson library goes to Thomas Kelly. He fought hard and he won. Congratulations. We hope you had fun. We hope you were moved by everyone's beautiful act of kindness, and we can't thank you enough for coming together. Thank you for your donation to Deraja tonight, prior to this event, and hopefully in the future. If you didn't win an item tonight, please consider going to our auction website at daraja.live to check out our silent auction items. We have vacations to places in Maine, Santa Cruz, and Hawaii. We have a craft beer party or a mixology party. We have a private museum tours, beautiful jewelry, outdoor recreation for the kids. And don't forget to bid before tomorrow, October 12th at 7 p.m. Pacific time, when the bidding will close on all these amazing packages. Personally, I would bid on Hawaii. They're lifting their travel quarantine restriction on October 14th. That is an amazing opportunity for you to enjoy all the fishing, swimming, hiking, biking, tennis, surfing, golfing, shopping, sailing, dining, drinking, snorkel, scuba, laughing, kissing, hugging, dancing, prancing, and romancing, and pineapple farming. You can do that too. But there are more amazing ways to win something just for logging on to the auction website. You'll be entered into a drawing for a beautiful framed Kenyan landscape taken by Steve Dissenhoff, who's a photographer who shot many of the images you saw during tonight's show. And for those of you who have given so generously, anyone who has donated $50 or more were automatically entered into a drawing for a 1-year subscription to Masterclass, where courses are taught by world-leading experts and celebrities. So tell your friends, because they can still participate until this fundraiser closes tomorrow on October 12th at 7 p.m. I have yet to receive a call from Masterclass about how to be sarcastic and talk fast and rhyme. That, I guess, is my skill set. I'm kind of a master at it, so we'll see. All right, together, we've raised, are you ready for this? And it's still climbing, and I still urge you and consider you the best of people for joining us tonight and for giving. The fact that you're coming together on this virtual format deserves our utmost gratitude. Because of you tonight, we have crested over $167,000 by coming together. I would love to see us crest over 170, but that is a big, beautiful, wonderful number to celebrate because of all of your actions. You made it possible. You provided for the health and safety and education of girls and their families. You are fantastic. You are beautiful. It has been a pleasure spending time with you tonight. Asante Sana. I want you to take care of yourselves and each other, and know that our thanks would mean a lot more coming from one of the girls. So at this time, I'll say goodnight and let you hear from Stacy.
We did it. Thank you for joining us tonight. We all can feel your love here in Kenya. Because of your loyal support for girls' education, and specifically Daraja Academy, my sisters and I will be able to be in our classroom soon and safe. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and speaking for all my sisters, tumeshukuru. We are eternally grateful. Daraja means bridge, and we are all Daraja.
We did it! Deraja had its first virtual event in 2020 and hopefully its last. Because of you, 120 girls are going to be able to return safely to the desks inside the classrooms at Daraja Academy in January 2021.
From the depths of our heart, Asante Sana, thank you so much. We are so grateful. Tume shukuru. In Swahili, Daraja means bridge. And we are Deraja.
I am Daraja.
I am Deraja.
I am Daraja.
We are Deraja.
I am Deraja.
I am Deraja.
I am Daraja.
We are Deraja.
I am Deraja.
I am Deraja.
I am Daraja.
We are Deraja. I am Deraja.
We are Daraja. And I am Daraja.
Sisi ni Daraja.
Kere kere kedi segegenda nafunga kwa kamba segegenda